Good morning, my name is Scott Herbenstein, and I will be talking about a turning point in my life. Who remembers as a small child when you always look up at the stars and say, one day I want to be an astronaut? You know, we all always had that dream, kind of what we want to be when we grow up. And when you're that young, the sky's the limit. You never really know. And for me, I never thought I would ever be on a stage entertaining lots and lots of people. When I was very, very young, 18 months old, I always enjoyed making people laugh. My mom told me a story that I was sitting in my high chair eating Captain Crunch, and I was watching TV, and a character put a basket over his head to disguise himself, so I decided to mimic him, and I picked up my cereal, and I dumped it on my head. And it's all running down my face, and the dog decided to get a free meal out of it. And many little instances like this have always happened throughout my entire life. And my mom saw this, and she decided to enroll me into an acting school when I was about 5 years old. And I was learning at Beverly Hills Studios, where they taught me how to audition for commercials for TV. And unfortunately, before I was able to go into a commercial, the school went bankrupt. But that's where I first got bitten by the acting bug. And in elementary school, middle school, I always did the school plays, and I always enjoyed doing it. But it really kind of hit me once I got into high school that I had to make a decision. My family was a very athletic family. My brother played football, my dad played football, my sister was in track, so I had to make a decision, continue going with theater or go into sports. And to follow my family's footsteps, I decided to go with football. And I did very well in it, and I actually got offered many scholarships when I got later in life to go I got scholarships all over the country to play football. And my senior year, something happened. I got passed up by another player who was younger than me, and I never got to start at all my senior season. And so it made me really question, do I really want to do football in school, or do I want to try something else? And I decided to go back to theater after my senior season just to see what would happen, and I auditioned for the school musical. And when the results came out, I had to go talk to my parents, because the day finally came for me to say what school I was finally going to accept the scholarships. And I looked at them and I said, I got good news and bad news. The good news, well, actually I have to say bad news first. The bad news, I will be rejecting every single one of the scholarships I have been offered. And while that shock settled in, I said, but the good news is that I got the lead in the school musical. And since then, I decided to kind of focus on theater and see where that would take me throughout my entire life. And as we look to our own future, we make our plans. But those plans change along the way. And one day something will happen. All the pieces will fall into the right places. And before you know it, you're confronted with your destiny. And for now, my destiny calls me to theater.